Hi, my name is Christopher May. It is June 22nd, 2021. I'd like to tell you about the kidney I dissected. So the kidney is is a site where it helps determine our blood volume, blood pressure, and what is to be urinary waste, liquid waste or ion waste by measuring the concentration of ions in our blood, as well as taking in hormones to determine what should be to determine what our blood volume should be and what our blood pressure should be, and what should be expelled as opposed to what should be kept within our body. So if you look at this portion of the kidney right here, this lighter portion is called the renal cortex. The renal cortex covers the entire outside of the kidney. It has a fibrous layer to protect the kidney, and then there are a lot of renal columns which help separate nephrons. And these nephrons determine the functions that I previously mentioned in terms of blood pressure, blood volume, and waste creation and reabsorption. These renal columns project in between the renal pyramids, and these nephrons project into the renal medulla. The renal medulla is the inner portion of the kidney that contains the renal pyramids. These renal pyramids are basically where the waste drains from these nephrons. So if there's an excess amount of water, an excess amount of a certain ion, they will drain into these renal pyramids. And then at the bottom, at the renal papillae of these renal pyramids, the pointy end deep of the like deep into the kidney, there are the renal sinuses, which are just empty spaces that are around the renal pyramids. So then, from the renal pyramids, this waste will drain into the minor calyces all around the all around the kidney, and then further and deeper to that, you will get the major calyces, where the waste from the minor calyces will drain into the major calyces, and then eventually the renal pelvis, which is the medial portion of the kidney. So basically, in the renal pelvis is within the renal hilum. So within the renal hilum, it contains the renal artery, which has blood going directly into the kidney, and then that spreads around all the nephrons, and then the blood will exit through the renal vein, which is also at the renal hilum, and then here, this is the site where the renal the renal pelvis will drain into the superior portion of the ureter, which I think that should be this right here. And the superior portion of the ureter sends the waste down to the bladder, and then eventually the bladder goes to the urethra, where it can be expelled as urinary waste. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation on the kidney. I really enjoyed this dissection. Thank you.